Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. Today we are going to present our documentary. Our topic is about Islamic Financial Institution of WAQF. This is our lecturer, Madam MAHANI, and these are members of Group ALAMMIYAH.
Hi, my name is Wan Putri Shakira. My metric number is 012019072586. And I will be presenting about issues and challenges of WAQF and also conclusion.
Hi, my name is Nancy Sieben. My metric number is 012018021828. My part for this documentary is Introduction and Objective of WAQF.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Akira binti Azhar. My metric ID is 012019071190. So for this topic, I will talking about history and advantages of WAQF in Malaysia.
WAQF has been a unique institution introduced by Islam. According to general opinion of Muslim scholars, there was no WAQF in Arabia before Islam, either in the form of buildings or lands. Muslim jurists trace the institution to the time of Prophet, peace be upon him. Although the Holy Quran does not directly define WAQF or make any particular references to it, however, it encouraged Muslims to do charity. Allah has promised multiple rewards for those who generously spend wealth in His path. Since the emergence of Islam, the Muslims have voluntarily given out their wealth for the benefit of others in the form of WAQF. Throughout the history of Islamic civilization, it is obvious that the scope, effect, magnitude, and viability of WAQF has been far greater than any other voluntary institution in Islam, such as Sadaqah, Hibah, Wasiyah, Qard, and Nadar. WAQF was a dynamic institution during the early Islamic society, long before it did in the West, and provided a considerable contribution to the development and advancement of Muslim societies. There have been a big amount of buildings and services for society which have been financed and preserved for centuries through this system in all parts of the Muslim world. Many WAQF had even survived for considerably longer than a half millennium, and some even for more than a millennium. Wealth and property are the pride and splendor of humans, so people who are willing to donate could be considered as people who seek to find Allah's blessings. Therefore, the WAQF practice is an important medium to draw oneself closer to Allah. By willingly giving away things that are most loved, one is deemed to get Allah's blessings. This practice is being urged by Islamic doctrine, which can guarantee favorable rewards in afterworld. It is also can be a source in developing the economy of Muslims, especially in this state. The spread of Islamic religion is one of the most encouraged methods by Islamic religion to create a caring society, to tighten the gap between the rich and the poor, with viewing the sacrifices as a symbol of cooperation among Muslims in order to strengthen the relationship. However, most people donate their property for the purpose of education to ensure the continuation and propagation of Islamic religion in a much effective manner. Apart from that, there are also some parties who donate their property in education as a showcase of support in contributing the effort of curb social illness among the young members of the community. There are some WAQFis who donate their property to assist the development of the socio-economic status of the Ummah. For instance, Sheikh Junaid Tola had taken the initiative to generate economy by planting vegetables, fruits, and etc. on the WAQF land donated by him. He himself taught the right agricultural techniques to his students. Industrially and economically, he had invited several industrialists and clockmakers to come to Padang Rengas and open up an industry there. As a result of this effort, Padang Rengas at the end of 1930 hosted among 30 units of shops that belonged to Malays, consisting of coffee shops, laundries, barber shops, retails, and barber shop, and many others.
History of WAQF in Malaysia. The institution of WAQF in Malaysia is believed to have been existent since started when the Arab Muslim traders brought Islam to the land in the 10th century. The earliest record available is a stone tablet found in Terengganu. It dated from the early 13th century, which records the Islamic Sharia presence in previously Malay Federate State or Tanah Melayu. The objective of WAQF by Sultan Humar is to promote education and the dissemination of knowledge to the public. During the early period, Muslims who wished to WAQF their property would go to see the village head or penghulu and they would be the trustee of the WAQF. Therefore, no records are journal of Islamic and human advanced research. In each state, NSIRC is formed to advise the rulers on all Islamic matters, and each state has enacted its own Islamic legislation. The State Islamic Department will enforce all the legislation accordingly. Basically, different states will have a different set of legislations. As stipulated in the Malaysian Constitution, the religion of Islam has been identified as within the jurisdiction of the state. The SIRC in each state is the sole trustee to manage all the WAQF assets. However, under the law, the WAQF or founder may specify in the foundation deed the beneficiaries or the purpose of use the WAQF is created. The SIRC is given the authority and accountability to manage the WAQF properties in the interest of WAQF as specified in the foundation deed. Earlier on, the practice of WAQF by Muslim in Tanah Melayu was not properly documented. Masjid Committee are appointed to administer and manage WAQF. They act as the trustee or the mutawali until the enforcement of the Islamic enactment by the state. However, many problems arose because of the lack of documentation and lack of accountability of the people responsible. The earlier documents about the WAQF practice could only be seen in WAQF Prohibition Enactment 1911, where the state of Johor introduced written laws regarding the issue. This was followed by the state of Perak, which introduced the Control of WAQF Enactment 1951. Other states started much later with their own WAQF enactment. The following section outlines some of the legal issues pertaining to WAQF. So here's the advantages of institution WAQF in Malaysia. First, reducing government expenditure and participation in the economy. WAQF is not part of government income or expenditure, rather it is a charity given voluntarily by well-to-do Muslim people in the society. Having financed by WAQF fund, the government therefore can save a great amount of its budget and expenditure with intentionally planned for public interest. Second is preventing deficit financing and decreasing rate of interest. Deficit financing normally has a bad financial impacts on the government. The public sector should reduce its public borrowing to prevent possible crises in the future. The previous financial crisis affecting East Asian countries gave a valuable lesson that huge borrowings by the public as well as private sectors, particularly from external sources, brought about excessively negative effects on the region. Third, restoring distribution of income and wealth. WAQF institution also plays important role to achieve a just distribution of wealth and income in the economy. Nick Hassan considered that through voluntary contribution of the rich for the public purpose, WAQF can have a positive implication on the redistribution of wealth. Plus, enhancing economic progress. WAQF properties will enhance economic progress in the country. WAQF economy was highly connected in positive direction. For public purpose, is so abundant and even creates an excess supply for public goods rather than the scarcity.
Governance is a key aspect for the development of WAQF in Malaysia. It provides for public trust in WAQF institutions, and therein can be a platform for greater participation from society on WAQF initiative. However, there are several key issues in the governance of WAQF institutions. First is lack of independence between the trustee and the manager of the WAQF assets. Currently, a department within the State Religious Council called Majlis Agama Islam manages all aspects of WAQF. This structure creates a conflict of interest given that the Majlis Agama Islam is both the sole trustee as well as the manager to the WAQF assets. Independence is a critical aspect of the governance of the WAQF as it provides a check and balance on the management of the WAQF. Next is lack of accountability by the trustee. The role of the Majlis Agama Islam as the sole trustee of WAQF is prescribed in the WAQF enactment of each state. This enactment provides descriptions on the powers and responsibilities of the Majlis Agama Islam. However, it does not provide for the liability of the trustee on any mismanagement. Liability of the trustee is important in driving the behavior and manner of management of the WAQF. Besides that, lack of competency of the WAQF managers. The management of WAQF requires specific competencies in asset management, real estate, and finance. However, given that WAQF is managed within the Majlis Agama Islam, the backgrounds of the WAQF managers are in religious studies. This lack of competency may result in underperformance of the economic returns of the WAQF assets. Last but not least, lack of transparency and disclosure by the WAQF institutions. The financial statements and reports on the performance of the WAQF assets are not reported to the contributors. Contributors will not be able to ascertain if the WAQF assets are being utilized appropriately. Transparency on the management of the WAQF assets would provide confidence and trust to the public on its utilization. In conclusion, by providing essential services to society at zero cost to the state, the WAQF system can significantly contribute towards the ultimate goals of every modern economy, such as a massive reduction in government expenditure. This in turn causes a reduction in budget deficit, lowers the need for government borrowing, and leads to a reduction in interest rates, and also thereby cuts out a major impediment for private investment and growth. WAQF could also restore distribution of income and wealth and play a vital role in eradication poverty. Finally, WAQF will enhance the overall economic progress of the country.